George Orwell is widely regarded as one of the most influential English novelists of the 20th century. Deeply shaped by the horrors of Nazi Germany and Communist Russia, Orwell became a fierce critic of totalitarianism and authoritarian power. His most famous novel, 1984, presents a chilling vision of what the world might look like under an all-controlling regime, introducing concepts such as Big Brother, thoughtcrime, and doublethink. Published in 1949, the novel remains profoundly influential, and you have almost certainly encountered the term Orwellian. Today, Orwellian is the most commonly used adjective derived from the name of a modern writer, more widespread even than Kafkaesque or Machiavellian. Yet it is often misunderstood. Many people associate it solely with surveillance or oppressive government control. In reality, Orwellianism goes much further. It refers to the systematic manipulation of language and truth in order to control thought itself. In 1984, Orwell depicts a society trapped in permanent war, scarcity, and fear. Citizens are constantly monitored, deprived of privacy, and punished for even the smallest signs of unorthodox behavior. Love, independent thought, and creative expression are treated as crimes. The ideal party member lives without pleasure, desire, or personal ambition, entirely devoted to the ideology of Ingsoc or English socialism. Every aspect of life is carefully engineered to eliminate free time and prevent critical thinking. The population of Oceania is divided into three classes. 85% are the proles, or proletarians, poor, uneducated, and largely ignored by the party. Though they are the only group large enough to overthrow the regime, they are kept in a state of ignorance and distraction. The party does not monitor them closely because it considers them incapable of rebellion. The remaining population consists of the inner party and the outer party. These citizens are under constant surveillance through telescreens, devices that function simultaneously as televisions, cameras, and microphones. The thought police monitor every movement, expression, and word. A single mistake, a nervous gesture or incorrect facial expression, known as face crime, can result in vaporization, where a person is erased entirely from existence. Outer party members work primarily in the Ministry of Truth, where history is continuously rewritten to match the party's current narrative. Facts, statistics, and records are altered daily, creating a false version of reality that no one can challenge. What the party declares as truth becomes truth, regardless of evidence or memory. Oceania is governed by 4 ministries, each named in direct contradiction to its function. The Ministry of Peace wages war. The Ministry of Love conducts torture. The Ministry of Plenty enforces starvation. And the Ministry of Truth spreads lies. The party's slogans, war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength, perfectly capture the logic of this world. Language itself is reshaped through Newspeak, a simplified and restricted form of English designed to eliminate the possibility of rebellious thought. Words are removed, meanings narrowed, and complexity erased. Bad becomes ungood. Very good becomes double plus good. The word free loses its political and intellectual meaning, referring only to the absence of something. By shrinking language, the party shrinks thought. This leads to doublethink, the ability to hold 2 contradictory beliefs at the same time and accept both as true. Citizens learn to reject their own memories and instincts in favor of the party's version of reality. Logical thinking becomes impossible. Eventually, even the desire to question disappears through a mental reflex known as crime stop, the automatic suppression of dangerous thoughts. War is another crucial tool of control. Oceania is perpetually at war with either Eastasia or Eurasia, though the enemy frequently changes. Each time alliances shift, the Ministry of Truth erases all evidence that the previous enemy was ever an ally. The population is expected to accept this instantly, without confusion or doubt. In reality, the war serves no strategic purpose. It never reaches the borders of the superstates and cannot be won. Its function is economic and psychological, to consume surplus resources, keep citizens poor, and maintain a rigid social hierarchy. Continuous war prevents prosperity, and prosperity would lead to education, and education would lead to rebellion. The story ultimately follows Winston Smith, who dares to think independently. He is captured, tortured, and forced to betray the person he loves most in Room 101, where each prisoner faces their greatest fear. Completely broken, Winston accepts the party's final demand, that 2 + 2 = 5. His individuality is destroyed. He no longer resists. He loves Big Brother. Orwell's warning is clear. True power is not merely control over bodies, but over minds. An Orwellian society is not defined only by surveillance or authoritarianism, but by the deliberate corruption of language, truth, and reality itself. When lies are made to sound truthful, and atrocities are disguised through euphemisms, that is when a society becomes truly Orwellian.